morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Brandon. You have one overnight parking ticket on Pearl Street. What do you want to tell me about this?
So, Your Honor, I got that ticket at 4, well, I saw that it was cited for 4 a.m. on January 27th, and I actually had a baby girl the day before. This is my first daughter, and I didn't actually know that there's no overnight parking in Providence. I've lived in Pawtucket my whole life at the same address, and I've never gotten any
You got this near the hospital, near the Women and Infants Hospital.
Yep, right near the hospital.
Yeah? What's the baby's name?
Luna.
Luna. Beautiful name.
Thank you.
What does Luna mean? Tell us what it means.
It actually is based on my grandmother's name.
Oh, this is a beautiful story.
We called her Lulu. That was her nickname. And I wanted something, similar, but something that still sounded pretty good. And my girlfriend and I decided, that Luna would work. And I decided on that name because my grandmother was a very loving and generous kind of person. And she came from Cape Verde many years ago. She's passed now, but she was the type of woman to literally give you the shirt off of her back. It's something she did back home in Cape Verde, where she saw this woman walking home in basically rags, and she was pregnant at the time. And back in the day, they used to wear multiple layers of clothing. So she took her clothes off, gave it to her, made sure she was dressed, and then sent her on her way. And when she got home, my grandfather kind of lost his cool a little bit. He's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you walking down the street looking like a crazy person?" She's like, "Be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about." And she was that kind of woman. Well, so I figured that would be a fitting name.
That's a beautiful story, and I think you have a lot of your grandmother's qualities and traits.
Thank you.
And the fact that she had that kind of an influence on you and a grandson.
Yeah.
The basic unit of society is the family unit. That's the basic unit of society. And all too often today, we see the disintegration of the family unit, which is one of the sins of this country, maybe of the world. I'm not speaking for the world, but it just drives me to distraction when I see families being pulled apart or they're not together. So that's a beautiful story. Your grandmother is up somewhere looking down with a big smile on her face today, thinking that my grandson just did good. How do you feel about this case, Inspector Quinn?
Based on the fact that he was at the hospital, and I'm sure he didn't have the chance to leave. And that is very nice to hear about your grandmother, and I agree with the judge. She's smiling down on you.
This is just a nice story. What's more important, the baby or the parking ticket? The baby, of course, right? Then the grandmother, he's first girl. Get out of here. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Every once in a while, a case comes before me that reaffirms that goodness, honor, and tradition are still alive, and in this case, flourishing. What a beautiful story he told about his grandmother, literally giving a stranger the clothes off her back. It's obviously a story that helped shape his character, and one that I'm sure he will pass on to baby Luna, who, by the way, is lucky to be born into a family that recognizes the importance of selflessness and sacrifice.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Saltman for the defendant.
Counsel, your client, these are summons numbers MC 061189 and MC 54684. Charges your client with 2 charges of use of tobacco, one in a public way at 2 Kennedy Plaza, and 1 use of tobacco in parks.
Yes, Your Honor. These are the tobacco.
How does your client plead?
I believe that this is going to be dismissed time served.
What makes you believe that?
I believe that is the offer from.
No one told me
that is the offer from Inspector Quinn.
Oh, Inspector Quinn made that. Inspector Quinn.
I made that determination, Your Honor.
There's a song, I Believe, right?
I believe.
You believe?
Your Honor, these
The
are.
public defender is a believer now, based on your representation.
There was another song, She's a Believer.
I think the public defender wanted
That's a
to
good
tell me
song.
that based on her conversations with Inspector Quinn, and after she convinced him with her recitation of the law in her defense, that you reluctantly gave in and decided that maybe you might want to move to dismiss these. Is that right? I don't know, but she said she
correct, Your
believed.
Honor. That is correct. She was here bright and early this morning, knocking down my door. Myself and Inspector Carrigan just got worn out. She pleaded her case and defended her client. to the utmost, and we caved
Oh.
and gave the decision.
Okay. This is a tough situation. I mean, it's well established that smoking is very bad for your health, and that secondhand smoke is equally bad for your health, and for a number of reasons, the city council has determined that smoking would be prohibited in certain areas in downtown Providence. So it's a tough enforcement issue. At any rate, based on the recommendation of Inspector Quinn, the matter will be dismissed. Greg
Thank you, gentlemen.
Galinsky.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I just say it's so nice to see you in person. I've always seen you on TV.
It's nice to see me in person. Well, let me tell you something, Anthony. If you keep smoking, you'll be seeing a lot more of me. If you keep smoking in downtown Providence, in Kennedy Plaza, you and I will become like on first-name basis. You got that?
Yep.
The message is, don't smoke down there.
And I got good news. I actually quit smoking.
You quit?
I actually quit, yes.
All right. Well, counsel, you did a good job. You got the guy to quit.
It's amazing. All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
All rise and hit subscribe so you don't miss the latest viral moments like this one. Share these videos and weigh in on the cases. You be the judge. Subscribe now.